Evangelical TV host James Bakker made some comments on abortion this week, and this is pretty much as douchey as it gets.
Do not have to kill our children. We have killed our future, and we're making it sound like anybody who speaks out against it is evil. Yeah. America has turned. They're saying good is evil and evil is good. Why do I say that? Because that's what the Bible warns will happen in the last days. We are there now.
Yes, we are.
Now, right now. That they're fighting for the right to kill babies. I keep saying, if an atomic bomb dropped on America, it wouldn't do any more damage than what abortion has done. Atomic bomb could kill 60 million people. It would take a big bomb. It would take a big explosion. But think of it.
No thanks. I don't want to think of it. I don't want to think of it. Come on, man. People who are this lost in their reasoning are scary people. You're comparing dropping a nuclear bomb, an atomic bomb, and killing 60 million people. You're comparing that to abortion. I mean, you want to talk about cheapening the lives of the human beings with the atomic bomb that get hit by the atomic bomb. That's exactly what you're doing here. Stop pretending abortion isn't a nuanced issue. Stop pretending abortion isn't a nuanced issue. So, people often bring up the number. It was 54 million. They might say 60 million now. I don't know exactly what the number is, but they go, there's been that many abortions in the U.S. since Roe versus Wade, and they literally compare it to a Holocaust. That's what they do. They act like it's the same as the fucking Nazi Holocaust. Okay, understand over 90% of abortions in the U.S. happen before 20 weeks. Over 80% happen before 12 weeks. You know what that means? Over 90% happen before there's even the creation and development of the nervous system in the fetus. You know what that means? Zero pain, zero consciousness. This is fundamentally different, clearly, from murdering a fully developed human being in an atomic explosion, you jackass. Nope, nuance is irrelevant. Guys, don't get me wrong. And so do I say there's no conversation to be had about abortion? No, I've given you guys my take on it. You know my take on it. I consider myself a moderate on the issue. So I think it's 100% the choice of the woman up until the creation of the nervous system, which is about 23 weeks. And then after that, I'm fine with the individual states regulating it as they deem appropriate. And me personally, what do I support is that after 23 weeks, you have exceptions for rape, incest, life of the mother if it's in danger, and a fatal defect in the fetus, so the fetus won't make it anyway. But outside of those exceptions, yeah, after 23 weeks, I wouldn't be in favor of you do it for any reason. That's already the policy in the U.S., so I agree with Roe versus Wade and the policy we have in the U.S. It's like a moderate pro-choice stance. But these guys, what he wants to do is smear people like me, smear people who have a nuanced opinion, smear people who are pro-choice as saying, well, you're basically in favor of the Holocaust. You're basically in favor of dropping a nuclear bomb on, people right now in America. No, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. That's the most obvious straw man in human history, and you're refusing to acknowledge the complexity and the nuance of the conversation. At what point do you say it's unethical and it's not right? When it's one cell? As Bill Maher's joke said, when it's a pile of goo? Before the man can even light a cigarette, you say there's a third person in the room with Second Amendment rights? Are you that silly to believe that? When it's one cell, how about when it's two cells? When it's four cells, is that still equal to, your life? Is that equal to you? Is that exactly the same, even though it's literally not the same in any conceivable way? No, again, it's a smear tactic, and this is somebody who's TFG in his thinking, and there's no hope for him. He's got his mind made up, and he's got his mind made up for theological reasons and religious reasons, even though the Bible does not say that abortion is wrong. In fact, it says the wife should get an abortion if she cheats on the husband and she has a baby with the person she cheated with and she gets pregnant. They say, well, in that case, drink the bitter water, which is a poison which will make you miscarry. That's an abortion. They say, you do that. They're saying you should do that in that scenario. He didn't read the Bible, doesn't care about it. Either way, He's brainwashed into his own fundamentalism, and he's up his own ass with his conservative ideology, and he's not interested in any kind of reasonable conversation. He's just a smug loser and also a con artist, as has been proven previously, because this guy was big in the 80s and then he had to go to jail for his multiple scams.